bigger because my eyes are older. And that's the way to remember things. We think I remember everything, but we don't until we start writing it down. And I'm also the official church ball bag, so tears will probably flow because that's what I do, okay? It's already starting, here we go. It was 1989. Amber was 4, and that's my oldest daughter. She's 33 now. They stayed with their Aunt Lynn, who lived right around the corner by the community building. And Sharon Barnes lived where you live now, Dawn. And Sharon asked Lynn, she said, could Amber go to Bible school? Vacation Bible school. Sure, I don't care. They're at the babysitters anyway, right? Now, I haven't gone to church in 11 years at least, okay? So, sure, let the kids go to Bible school. Ashley, of course, didn't. She was too little, but Amber went. So, okay. She went and she learned, and I remember Linda, Mr. Salty. Remember that? Okay, that's what stuck out in my mind. So there they go all week. Guess what happens Friday? You get the note to the parents that says, there will be a program on Sunday. We would love to have you there. Oh, I have to go? Oh my. Well, the thing of it is, I don't even own a dress anymore. I haven't gone to church, as I said, in 11 years. Didn't feel the need. Everything's going fine in my life. I wasn't having any problems. So, long story short, found something to wear, showed up, a little nervous, in the chairs. We didn't have pews, we had chairs. Remember the wooden chairs? This is what we sat in. Okay. Watched the program, and as I said, what I remember was Mr. Salty. And I was really proud of my daughter. She had a good time. Went, saw it, and guess what? It felt really good. I felt really welcomed. Well, you know, you don't get to go just once. Because what do they do when you walk out the door? Thank you so much. We're so glad to have you. Would you come again? Okay. What are you going to say? No, I don't think I will, but that was nice of you to ask me. You say yes, even when in your heart you're saying, I'm never going to go back. Is that not true? It is true. But guess what? God walked into my heart. That was 1989. Guess what? I'm still coming. From that day forward. Okay? I don't know, I'm lost in my notes. Let me look. I'm not as good as you, Todd. I'm sorry. Started going, and to bring the kids to Sunday school, I said, you know, I can't just take the kids and drop them off. That's just not right, is it? I'm going to have to go to Sunday school. Here's another commitment I wasn't ready for. So here I walk in, and I'm sitting down, and you know what? I forgot more than I ever knew, and I didn't know that much to begin with. And so I feel extremely inadequate. And Sister Easling's the teacher. The sweetest, kindest, gentlest, most wonderful woman I've ever met in my life. And I don't know how long it took, but she came up to me one day and she said, would you like to teach the Sunday school class? No, I don't want to. Sure, I'll do it. Sure. Guess what? I'm still teaching the adult Sunday school class. Now, after the service, you can ask the adults what they think, and you know, it may change shortly, but okay. She asked me to teach it, and I didn't feel qualified. I felt extremely inadequate, and Carlton, I love you with all my heart, but when you would come, I would melt. Because in my opinion, this was the most knowledgeable, scholarly, God informational person. And if I started my class and I was doing my notes, and he'd ask me a question, and he might have said, did the sun come up today? And I go, well, I don't know, Carlton. let me look at my notes. But over time, I said, Carlton, Alton, I got pants on today and I put them on one leg at a time just like you do. And I come to realize that God doesn't care what we know, what we don't know, how qualified, how unqualified, how scared or brave we are if we allow Him into our hearts.
Amen.
He allows us to try. He'll be right there with us. Yeah, I'm scared to death right now. I'm just going to tell you that right now. I'm just around up here. But God has moved in me. And He's moved in my children. And He's moved in my family. And it was all because of VBS. Yes, VBS is one of the most important things I feel that we as a church, as a community, can provide, even if it's for one child that walks through that door. Because you can have 50, but it might be one that makes a difference. And guess what? It didn't really make a difference with the kids. It made a difference with the adults. If you can't reach the mom and the dad, the kids aren't going to get there. So that makes a big difference. Okay, here I go again. I'm preaching.
Go for it.
That's not good. Anyways, so in my inability to say no, I said yes many times when I wanted to run and say no. But it's because God gave me the ability, gave me the courage, and zipped my lip when I wanted to say no. And because of Him, I've grown and I was baptized. And I do feel a vital part of this church, this community, this family. And it's all because of God. Because guess what? You are my family. I have my physical family. I have my church family. I have my community family. And, you know, I just wonder in my heart a lot of times, how do people who don't know God deal with cancer, fires, automobile accidents, drugs? How do they deal with strife and problems and turmoil? Because I have a God I can turn to. Who do they have? Where do they go? And so in my walk, and I do try to walk outside this church just like I walk inside this church, I try to live my life because I know God lives here. And I share my story when I'm asked to. I want to say no, but I didn't. I wouldn't say no to you, Brother Darrell, you know that. We live our lives so that our lives can speak to those that maybe we won't speak to otherwise. A chance meeting, an encounter at work. You know, I bring my work into my Sunday school class a lot because I'm given a lot of opportunity to meet a lot of different people and an opportunity for them to know about God in my life. And it all started in 1989